One of the things that attracted me to this field, one of the skill sets we need is to be able to actively listen and to engage with people. And we need to do that in a non-judgmental way. And that's kind of tied in with our code of ethics for this profession. So that was one of the main reasons that led me into social work. And I've actually, I told someone earlier today, I've been a social worker for 28 years. So it's been quite an experience.
Well, as a profession, I chose to be a social worker because I have the ambition to help others. It actually does me good, and seeing the smile on other people's faces.
What made me decide to be a social worker was helping people out, the people that are in need, helping them with getting services and just being able to help people that can't really do for themselves sometimes.
I always knew I wanted to help people. I went through all different kinds of fields and trying to figure that out, and I had a really great professor. He said, "You were born to be a social worker," and I was like, "Social worker? What are you talking about?" He said, "You know, you were born to do this," and I could see you working with children. And I signed up for the Intro to Social Work class, and I just knew. And the more I looked into it, I felt like this was what I was supposed to do.
People, when they think of social workers, sometimes we get kind of limited in a certain corner. The social work is a very broad field. There are social workers at DSS, there are social workers at the hospital, there are social workers in the school system. In my particular job, with what I do in child welfare, I feel that I can educate parents.
I feel that as a social worker, I make a difference because I have the power to change other people's lives. A lot of times when we are given cases or the elderly in our community that may need some type of assistance, sometimes they don't know where to start to gain the assistance. And so we'll step in and be able to advocate for the clients. And so that's how we kind of change lives and make a difference in our clients.
Well, working in social services is very difficult. It's not easy. It's dealing with a lot of very, tough topics with a lot of different very serious things with families, and we're working with real people every day. To be very honest, there's a lot of days I don't feel like I make a difference, and that is a struggle to keep going. But then there are the days that keep you going and keep you in the field, and those are the ones that they make it worth it, whether it's reuniting a family and putting that child back, seeing a parent being able to transform and change so that they can be a better parent and a stronger family, or getting permanence for a child with a relative or a close family, friend, or even through adoption, seeing that child go through a foster home and bond with a new family and get permanence that way. It makes it worth it. It makes a difference. Maybe not changing the world every day, but at least making a difference in a lot of people's lives. Just
Making a difference as a social worker is basically, to me, helping people get the light turned on. Getting them to understand that they could do these things for themselves. They just need a little bit of guidance, a little bit of nurturing.
I'm Kelly Clay. I'm a social worker, and I make a difference.
My name is Tracy Langston. I am a social worker, and I do make a difference.
My name is Latoya Heath. I'm a social worker, and I make a difference.
I'm a social worker, and I make a difference.
I'm a social worker, and I make a difference.
I'm a social worker, and I make a difference.
I am a social worker, and I make a difference.
I'm a social worker, and I make a difference.
I'm a social worker, and I make a difference.
And I make a difference.
And I make a difference.
I make a difference.